and the guys for more info about that game.
Thank you very much, guys. Very, very interesting game, the way it played out. Despite SK's map control, they never really were in control of the entire game. Let's go back to picks and bans. Some weird and wonderful picks. We saw Ezreal coming out for the first time here at Worlds. We also saw Enrater going back to a champion that is more successful than Sona. Let's start with Ezreal first and your take on the blue build at Double F.
Can I just say, why would you ever pick Ezreal when Tristana's up and they already picked Lucian? I'm just like Tristana almost always wins so far in Worlds, right? And it just seems really natural that you would pick Tristana, very good in lane versus Lucian, also outscales. This game went 50 minutes. If they just had Tristana, it would have been an auto win. It also has amazing synergy with Yasuo, which was also on their team. I am just so mind blown.
Yeah, just in terms of bans as well, you see a blue side Nami ban. I don't really know if many people are, fishy business for sure, are that afraid of Jay's Nami, especially when we look at what happened when they gave Win's Lee Sin again, which is something that pretty much every other team has been not doing against TPA. But it's just, at the same time, if you can let them have Nami, you get the Braum, then you lane swap, because they lane swapped anyway.
Or you just lane.
Or you learn how to play against the champion.
I don't know.
Let's look at some of the positives. It was a difficult game to play. SK came out. They did get map control. No one can deny that. They had a tower advantage throughout the majority of the game. However, they didn't stamp their authority. It felt like TPA found opportunities and ways to keep the game going. What's your take?
Couple positive points, because we don't have to be negative all the time. I think Enrated showed up in terms of binds. Yeah, I'm actually very negative. But yeah, I think his Black Shields needed work, a lot of work. They were better towards the end of the game, but his bindings in the early to mid game were good, helped solidify that laning phase. Freddy is a rock. He is basically winning those games. At one point, TPA was sending 3 or 4 people top, and they lost 2 towers. I don't know why. I don't know what talent Alistair has in the game.
You get an Infinity Edge. Like, what more of a taunt do you need?
Freddy was like, get off me.
Well, that was
just like, kill him.
Come at me, bro.
It was Taipei Assassins in general, though. You saw them chase around the Morgana for like 7 minutes, and then Dragon's still up, by the way. And then they recall back to base, and Sven's like, wait, do you want us to kill Dragon real quick? And they like just duo it like at 45 minutes in, just like for no reason. Yeah,
well, let's get to the replay. Let's get to the replay. It actually exemplifies a little bit of the sloppy play. Pull the replay up onto your screens. And just before I give it to Crepo, take note of the mini-map. SK are really far down. At this stage, I think they had 6 towers to 1, as it were, if not 0. Anyways, Crepo, all yours.
So what prefaces this play is basically there was a Dragon standoff for way too long, and then SK finally figured out they could run to mid, and TPA reacted really slowly, but they did a smart thing. They knew their tower was going down anyway, so instead of all basing and then losing potentially like a Baron rotation, they actually wanted to flank. So if we roll that clip right now, we can see, the tower's going down. They're trying to stall in mid, and Wins does this really well. He jumps, fakes the Black Shield on the rated, then flashes, gets a good kick. Kha'Zix gets cancelled, double Yasuo ulti. That's a solid combo.
Yeah, that was pretty dirty. And also, take note, this is Jay's probably best ulti right here, where you kind of split up SK's team a lot, but it just
wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Actually, SK ended up getting chased down here only because they overcommitted for the inhibitor after. If they had just backed off here, it would have been a pretty decent win, in my opinion. They got the inhib tower, that's all they need.
Well, the inhib play in general, I mean, we're going to take a look at the rest of this, though, is like they kept baiting Baron when they could have gone for the inhibitors anyway. And with the blue build Ezreal here, with the Iceborne Gauntlet, you do get those slows coming in, so you can actually get the kiting. And Enrated misses a Q right there.
One of the things I want to ask is SK Gaming sticking around for the greedy inhibitor play.
Yeah,
this is something that I was highlighting. They didn't really close the game in a safe way, despite having what could have been absolute map control. Vision, another lacking thing in SK's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you're saying is they went for the inhibitor at the wrong time and then didn't go for it at the right time either. It was pretty messy.
I think both teams showed why they're fighting for the 3rd spot in this group.
Yeah.
It's strong, but it's true.
No, it is true. Yeah, you've had both teams, match up with their fairly weak laning phases of really awkward ganks, and like you've seen every single one of these pay out, and we actually see why teams so rarely heavily gank top lane all the time. SK did a good job, for what it's worth, of capitalizing on that, but TP is a living example of why the really good teams don't do that.
I think the best player in this game was still Freddy, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so many bans targeted.
I think Wins as well. It was the only reason that TPA was able to even come back in some of these situations. Wins played really well.
He did carry that.
Let's slide